How's it going, everybody? It is your boy Luna the Programmer here, and unfortunately, as you can see, I am over 40 minutes late for these two cards here. Thing is, I was actually in the middle of playing The Last of Us 2 when the info dropped. I did happen to coincidentally see the info, but I went back to playing The Last of Us 2 for a while instead of actually getting up, making the thumbnail, recording this video. So, as you can see, we have the details for the EZAs for both the Saiyan Saga Goku and the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, the iconic Kamehameha versus the Gallic Gun Clash. So, at this point, everybody and their mother has done a translation for these two, so I decided to just bring up the Dokkan wiki here, because they got on it as well, and take a look at what exactly do we have going on right here. So, let's actually look at pre-EZA, right? Pre-EZA, and then we'll compare how they look post-EZA. So, in his regular state, he gave 120 to Goku fam, as well as 90% to tech types, right? And the usual 3 key for both. On his super, he raised attack and defense. This is an infinite stack, 20% raise for 99 turns, so I guess that's technically not infinite, but what event in the game lasts 99 turns, right? And causes supreme damage to the enemy. Previously he got key +1 at the start of turn, as well as 60% defense when this is a Vegeta family category enemy, which was actually pretty restrictive because you think about the amount of things that, or rather, yeah, well, things, right? Events in the game that have Vegeta family enemies, and it's like, well, a select few here and there, so really he got relegated to basically a trophy unit, considering that his full potential was only unlocked when facing the Vegeta family category enemy. He gave himself 90% attack and defense for performing a super attack, meaning that if he did not catch a super before he had been attacked, he was taking significantly higher amounts of damage because the majority of his attack and defensive capability comes from when he performed a super. He also gets an additional 6 key as well as an additional 60% attack when HP is 60% or less, which is not too bad. He has some decent links, I suppose, for the categories that he's on with the Z Fighters, All in the Family, the Saiyan lineage, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash. These 3 are especially good. The Saiyan lineage is pretty good. Z Fighters is a decent link. All in the Family will be good for Goku's family and Kamehameha. So he actually has a pretty decent link set, but let's take a look at what they decided to do with him EZA'd, right? So he gets upgraded to 100% and 130% for tech types and Goku families respectively, and this is the first time that they've done something like this on a unit for the super attack effect. He greatly raises his attack, which means it's a 50% raise, but he only raises defense, meaning now, instead of raising both by 20% for 99 turns, he now raises one by 50% and the other by 20% for 99 turns, right? So they've upgraded him. Instead of he gets still the same key +1, but now he gets 70% defense when facing Vegeta fam, 100% when performing a super attack, and getting 7 key and attack plus 70% when HP is 70% or less, meaning the HP restriction is a little less steep. Something completely new, he gets a chance of performing a critical hit plus 7% per tech key sphere obtained, up to 30%. Combine that with the fact that he is a tech type, and he might be critting fairly often. So that's him, right? Take a look at his EZA stats. His attack stat is fairly high at almost 18,000, almost 12,000 defense, and almost 14,000 offense, HP points here. So yeah, that's how he is. If you notice that this Goku has actually had, compared to his attack stats, significantly lower HP right? But it seems that they aim to fix that with the EZA as his health stat actually becomes quite respectable. Now let's take a look at the Vegeta. So previously, he's basically the flip side of this Goku. He leads Vegeta Fam, right? And physical types. Now the thing with him is, despite him having similar restrictions, him being to get his full effect when facing a Goku's family category enemy means that when he came out, he was actually a prime candidate for the legendary Goku event, seeing as that entire event you're just fighting Goku, meaning that he would be getting this every single time he's on the field, right? And of course, it has the similar upgrades, right? Let's take a look at his links. Now, his links I would consider maybe a bit better than the Goku's because he has Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Pride, Prodigies, Prepared for Battle. Over 9,000 is a bit of a useless link. Royal Lineage, I think I skipped over that. And Shattering the Limit. Which is very nice, right? He'll do good on Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, Terrifying Conquerors, right? One thing that I do want to know a little bit randomly is that if you actually take a look at the Dragon Ball Seekers category, you will notice that there is, out of all, actually a lot of LRs on this team, now you think about it, but you will notice that there is no Nappa card on here at all, which is extremely concerning. They have Vegeta on here from the moment he arrives on Earth, right? He has Vegeta on here from the moment he arrives on Earth with Nappa, but of course he's not here, right? He's not on there, right? Which is really sad, to be honest. Dokkan needs to get that fixed. But anyways, back to the actual units themselves. I'm getting off track. Back to the actual units themselves. One thing to note that his additional 70%, both the Goku and Vegeta, right? But I just have the Goku brought up. The additional 70% here, it will be calculated separately, meaning that when performing a super, he gets not 140%, or sorry, 170%. He gets 240% attack when performing a super. So obviously his offense will be a little bit insane as far as that goes, right? So yeah, I think that once you get below the HP threshold, they'll start doing some real numbers, but until you get there, they're not going to be doing too much, right? They're gonna be good. Don't get me wrong, they're gonna be good, but I wouldn't say that they're going to be mind blowing or you know, going to be too relevant for too long, because I still hold out hope that these two cards, this moment in particular, the Gallic Gun and Kamehameha Clash, I believe that these two cards need standalone LRs, which is why I was actually quite disappointed when they released this Goku and this Vegeta, because I was thinking, well, damn, they should have saved these animations for an LR, right? And especially, again, I was disappointed when the LR Nappa released, not because of the categories, but if you actually go to their LR, obviously they swap into Vegeta, right? And Vegeta has the iconic Gallic Gun animation, right? Which is really unfortunate there, right? So I had hoped that they would give him something else, but it's Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga, right? What else would they have given him? I mean, I think they could have actually given him a number of other things, but they decided to give him the iconic Gallic Gun, which is unfortunate because I still think we need a unit with a Gallic Gun, perhaps even as a 12 key instead, right? So the Goku and the Vegeta release and the Gallic Gun and the Kamehameha as the 12 key, maybe the 18 key is something different, right? But I still think we need those. Anyways, speaking of the LR Nappa, this guy and this guy. Ooh, no, definitely not this guy. This guy as well as the LR rather, as well as the physical Vegeta, um, are certainly going to work decently well together. So of course they have let's see, Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Prodigies, over 9,000, and Shattering the Limit. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 5 links shared here. This guy shares 5 links with the LR, right? So if you have this guy and you um, use the exchange mechanic, because before exchanging they share 3 links, post exchange they share 5. So the exchange with Vegeta is fairly rare though. To be honest, the HP restriction is pretty steep, 50% or less. Unless you're purposely throwing them in harm's way, you're probably not going to get that. So it's like, um, so these guys are going to be run together pretty good. I'm trying to think of who will be a good linking partner for this Goku. No one really comes to mind. I'm thinking maybe the Goku from Namek, the base form one, because I know he has the fighters, right? I don't know if he has all in the family or not. But that's why I'm saying the Goku is in bit of a predicament, because if you take a look at all the cards in the game that are named base form, that are just Goku, or hell, even Goku Kaioken, right? Because I think that's the actual name for this guy, right? They did it correctly. It should be Goku Kaioken at the very least. Let's go back. Yeah, Goku Kaioken. Okay, so I take it back. Because there actually are only a few Goku Kaiokens, and he's probably going to be the best one simply because of the stacking, right? There's only a few other ones in the game. You see the farmable one from the Lord Slug movie. He's not that good though. This guy is probably the best Goku Kaioken in the game, but the problem is, um, he doesn't. Wouldn't say he has really a place on any of his teams, because unfortunately all of his teams are pretty stacked, and I don't see him really being used anywhere. Maybe All Out Struggle, but you know, who does he really link with here, right? The Blue Boys, I like Gohan. I think he shares like maybe 2, 3 links with. He doesn't share too many links with the notable units here, right? So this team does need buffs though, I must say. It has a weird collection of units. Like you have these guys, and these guys are fine, but then you have like these LR Gohans here, then you have this Vegeta, the Bardock, the Majin Vegeta, right? King Tien, right? Master Roshi. It's a weird Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's a weird team, right? Not bad, right? Because you think about it, the units individually on here are extremely good. These two, especially, extremely good together. Even these two, this guy not so much, but these two, extremely good. This guy, extremely good. Bardock, this guy is underrated, right? This guy, absolute beast of a tank, right? So there are some good units here and there. It's just, you think about running them together and they don't really work, right? They don't really work. So, which is why this guy really should have been a key 4 leader, right? But unfortunately, they decided not to do that, which is really weird. But that's going to wrap it up. I've gone on far too long already about stuff that hasn't even have to do with the cards per se. So my thoughts, I'm gonna give them. Like I said, I have to wait until I actually get a hand on them and actually use them. Of course, I have both of these units and I will be using them, so I'll have to wait until I see what they're capable of, but they don't blow me away. Much like the Strength Janemba, they're not bad by any means, but they don't blow me away, right? I'm sure they're good. maybe even great, but I don't see the Goku especially maintaining relevance for too long. The Vegeta perhaps, because some of his teams did need buffs. The Goku, not so much. Anyways, that's gonna do it for us this time. I gotta get back to playing The Last of Us, despite the fact that it is 4 in the morning. My name is Luna, also known as Luna the Programmer. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please be sure to leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video or perhaps didn't learn anything, please be sure to leave a big old dislike. And I will catch you guys next time they release something. Anyways, bye guys.